We're doing some late night baking tonight. Well, we're not actually baking. I'm going to be making a few no-bake desserts to make like a little board. But if you wanted to, you could just make one of these desserts and your kids would probably be happy. My kids like anything with sprinkles, and so I'm going to try and make it colorful and fun. So we're gonna make Muddy Buddies first. And all you do is put the butter, the chocolate chips, and peanut butter in a bowl. That looks pretty good. And we get it nice and creamy, and then we'll put the Chex Mix in. The Chex cereal. Okay, this has been in there for 1 minute, so we're just gonna mix it up a tidge. Well, that smells delicious. It's gonna go back in for 30-second intervals until this is nice and creamy. Okay, I'm gonna put half of it in here, and then we'll mix it up. And it was easy as that. Probably took 5 minutes. We'll just store them in here for the time being until we are able to put the charcuterie board thing together. Oh, I hope this all fits. Next one that we're gonna make is just quick little pudding cups, but in the bottom of them, I have these teeny little 2-ounce little condiment cup things, but in the bottom I'm going to put some crushed up Oreos. All instant pudding needs is just the pudding mix, and then this one just needs 3 cups of milk. Now I just gotta mix it up for 2 minutes. At this point, this is pretty liquid. It's a little bit thick. It's thicker than milk, but it's still pretty liquid. So we're gonna put it in these cups, and then we're going, well, I need to get like a tray or something. I'm gonna try my best to not spill this all over the place. Okay, this recipe is, it's called Salted Caramel Rice Krispie Treats. You can just go ahead, if you don't want to make this, it's like in a pot and you have to cook it for a while. But normally for Rice Krispie Treats, all I do is pour in a bag of marshmallows, chop up a few tabs of butter, put it in the microwave, and then when it's all nice and ooey gooey, then I just add Rice Krispie Treats, and that's how I normally do it, and that's great results. But my sister-in-law made these the other day, and she said that they were phenomenal, so I thought that I would try them. But I am not a salted caramel fan at all, so I'm not going to add the salt because I don't like it. So in here I just have some Rice Krispie Treats and some extra mini marshmallows so that they're not all the way melted when it goes in the pan. This butter has melted now, so we're going to add the brown sugar. It called for dark brown sugar, but I just have light brown sugar, so I'm just going to put this in, and then I'll add some molasses after, because that's all that brown sugar is just white sugar with some molasses added. Some heavy whipping cream. A little bit of corn syrup. And just that tiny bit of molasses. This needs to cook, it says, for about 7 minutes, and stirring frequently. This has been about 10 minutes, and now I just have to quickly add the marshmallows, which is about 10 ounces. It was actually about 7 minutes, not 10 minutes that it cooked. But in order to do this, you will probably want a partner, because if you're using a heavy pan, it's hard to hold it up and get it poured into the bowl. But oh my heavens, look at that ooey gooey deliciousness. So just plan on making this or having a partner to help you lift it up. I put this little sling in here so that I can take them out and cut them nicely. This is just a plastic bag with butter on it so that it doesn't stick to my hand so bad. Aren't these cute little sprinkles? I've got some hazelnuts here and some sweetened coconut. We're going to toast them both, and hopefully when we toast these, the skins will come off if I shake them up in a can. Okay, for this little treat that I made, I didn't totally make it up. It's a combination of 2 recipes. I got this, I was in line to buy a bag of salad, and I totally got influenced. The line was probably 25 people long, but while I was in line, I saw this and I was just looking at it for like 10 minutes while the line was going down. But this is a little, it's a combination of 2 of the recipes in there. For this recipe, I toasted some sweetened coconut, and then I also toasted some hazelnuts to get the skin off of them. And then I shook the toasted hazelnuts in a jar so all the skin would come off. And then I ground them up. I put in a little bit of flour, a little bit of sugar, and some tabs of butter, just like kind of how you would make a pie crust. And I put them in a teeny tiny little mini cupcake pan, but they didn't come out very nicely. And so, and then I cooked them for a little bit so that, like a pie crust. And then, but they didn't come out very nicely. I wanted them to be like little cups that would hold something, but they didn't do that. So I just crumbled them up. So I just put the pie crust in the bottom of there. It's all crumbled up, but I put it in the bottom of there, and then I'll show you what I did to top it off. So I'm gonna make a ganache. Oh, it looks perfect. Okay, so if I just keep stirring this, it's gonna turn into a beautiful ganache.
Mom.
Okay, perfect.
How did you? Yeah.
Just gonna add a dollop of ganache on the top. This is just marshmallow fluff that I had made a little while ago, and I just put a little dollop on top. Smells so good.
You're making it hot. Why aren't you making it hot?
Here we go. We have the crust in there, and the ganache, and then the toasted marshmallow fluff on top. You could just as easily do this with graham crackers on the bottom. That would probably be a lot easier. If you wanted indoor s'mores, you could do graham crackers with ganache with toasted marshmallow on top, and that would be really fun too. And then you could also put on sprinkles, which I think I did yesterday. But anyways, that was a fun little a no-bake treat. All of these treats took about 5 to 10 minutes to make, with the exception of the salted caramel Rice Krispie, which you could just make normal Rice Krispies. But those salted caramel Rice Krispies were delicious. They were divine. My husband said, "Wow, this is heavenly." When we just tasted a little bit of the caramel bits from the pan. But I hope that you guys were able to get some inspiration from these. And if you liked any of these ideas, if you would hit the like and subscribe button, and you can click that little bell to get reminded that new videos are coming up, that would be great. And I hope that you guys have a great Valentine's Day. Bye.
It's nice to stand by the fire and get all cozy. If I don't like ganache, then I have to eat apples. I like chocolate from Grandma's house, but not like that.
Not this kind of chocolate.